Hey, this is Zach with Web3 Reviews. Thank you for being with us. Today we're going to be talking about Flare and Songbird. Let's go. Remember that none of this is financial advice. Let's start this off with this post from Crypto Insight UK. He says, so Hugo Philion sneaks off to Hong Kong on a secret mission. Then Forbes posts this. Can I pack more into my Flare bags? And here we have this from Forbes on their digital assets page. Digital ID trials test anonymous KYC for mainland Chinese in Hong Kong by Andrei Sherginkov. Reading from the article, Flare and Red Date Technology successfully tested a decentralized identity system that allowed 200 mainland Chinese visitors in Hong Kong to anonymously register for regulated stablecoin services while meeting strict verification requirements, according to a press release from Flare. The trial proved two key applications. Users could sign up for regulated stablecoin apps and purchase tokenized financial products using HKDA, a Hong Kong dollar-pegged stablecoin issued by IDA. The system connected to China's Real DID platform to verify identities without exposing personal information. A first for mainland Chinese citizens accessing public blockchain services. We know that China blocked their citizens from using crypto or buying it for a long time. And now here we have Flare. Flare is working with the Chinese government on doing anonymous KYC. What does that really mean, anonymous KYC? If I'm giving you my name and social and verifying my identity, they must be talking about the third-party system, the decentralized database being Flare, which is controlling all of this data. So there won't be a centralized database. It won't be the CCP collecting this KYC. Hong Kong's version of the IRS is not going to be collecting this data. It's awesome. And Hugo Philion said, it's exciting to have a pathway to onboard 1.4 billion users to crypto. Just the opportunity to process regulated stablecoin transactions for the audience on Flare is vast, but with telescoping opportunity to serve them with regulated tokenized financial products is far bigger. We have Gust Flater right below saying, I understand it's a trial. Are there plans afterward if it's a success? Hugo says, what do you think? People don't just talk about trials they're doing. This is like XRP. What other banks are talking about trialing blockchain assets? And if they are, what assets are they talking about? It only ever happens with XRP where you have banks talking about trialing assets. Well, now we have Flare also. Flare is in here and they're not working with the bank. They're working on KYC. They're working on Know Your Customer and they're doing this for a whole country. If you're going to be traveling in and out of Hong Kong and you're a Chinese customer, you're going to need to take your fiat dollar and convert this to the blockchain version of that Hong Kong dollar. We have Tony Edward from Thinking Crypto talking about Flare. And he recently did an interview with Hugo Philion, which is epic. Everyone should go give that a listen to. Here's this post from Flare talking about it. Flare and Red Date launched the world's first decentralized identity KYC trial. The trial enables mainland Chinese to register anonymously on a regulated stablecoin app and facilitate the purchase of tokenized financial products with the stablecoin. Flare times Red Date technology. DeFi Daddy says, we are still so early. It's day 4 since Bitcoin broke 2021's all-time high. Wild times ahead. Bitcoin will be so highly valued and yet so illiquid. Cheap Bitcoin transaction costs are significant for commercial usage. Here we have this post from Ben's Crypto. Flare F asset, don't forget. FBTC, FXRP, F Doge. It's just the beginning. F Gold, F Silver. To real world asset in the future. We'll see it. This post from DeFi Daddy. Another increase in USDX. When can we sound the drums? Listing imminent? And we see here that $17 million of USDX has been minted. We know that once USDX goes live, F assets will be launched on Songbird. That's what we've been told. Dan Rocky says, with the current price of Bitcoin in Songbird, it will take more than 28 million Songbird in collateral to bridge 1 Bitcoin as FBTC to Songbird. Just saying. Huge. Dan Rocky goes on. F assets with F Doge will soon bring secure DeFi to Dogecoin. With a market cap of 28 billion, Doge is an absolute powerhouse. One thing is missing, the ability to take part in DeFi with F Doge. Flare responded to the Kinetic hack situation, saying that DeFi security was a major topic during the latest call. We discussed Hypernative Labs' role in detecting the recent Kinetic exploit. Hybernative's real-time monitoring systems and Kinetic's quick response saved approximately 4 to 5 million in targeted funds. Here's what Dan Rocky said about it. Key takeaways from the Flare Network AMA. The Kinetic hack was not caused by code flaws or Oracle price issues, but rather configuration settings that have not been hardened. And thanks to Hypernative, the team was able to react really fast and reduce the loss. Kinetic ensures that the market will be made whole again. F assets going live on Songbird will be a short testing period of 1 to 2 months before the launch to Flare networks. First FXRP, shortly after FBTC, and then F Doge. A bridge-to-bridge F assets out of Songbird is not expected to come. On Flare Network, Stargate will facilitate that. Collateral ratio for F assets will initially be 2 times Songbird and Flare and 1.5 times stablecoins. but will be reduced when the platform becomes more liquid and matures. XRPL needs a price oracle, and Hugo suggested a solution where Flare's oracle is supplying price feeds to the XRPL oracle with the staking solutions where XRPL nodes can be slashed if they don't deliver correct prices. Very interesting interoperability with XRPL indeed. And last but not least to mention is the liquid staking of Ether, which has come to Flare Network with Dinero. Basically, the Ethereum native staking on Flare Network as liquid staking by using Flare ETH to earn additional yield with Ether and other DeFi protocols as well. Pretty cool stuff. That's right, now we have Flare ETH. And we have this post from Flare Networks. Flare times Dinero XYZ equals Flare ETH. The first Flare native ETH liquid staking solution. Starting today, earn ETH staking yields directly on Flare Networks. Coming, swap and incentivize pools for Flare ETH on SparkDex AI. Make your ETH work harder, stake now. And that's big because we know that ETH is a huge market. We have ETH and Doge and Litecoin, Bitcoin, and XRP. 3 huge potential markets. We don't know what percentage of market cap is actually going to come and use Flare, at least to start. But it's nice to have the option available. When you're in an XRP, a Litecoin, a Bitcoin, or a Doge, you want to be able to make money on your assets. And let's say that you're in Ethereum and you already have options, but maybe the fees are high. You can come to Flare and potentially earn a better yield with less fees. I'm extremely bullish on Flare and Songbird. I really think we're going to do well. I think that with the prices we're at, we're going to see it times 100, if not more. Right now, the prices are still low. We have a ton of bullish news. The prices are low. Do you have enough Songbird and Flare so when they hit it times 100, times 1,000, you feel good about your bag? Zach with Web3 Reviews. Thank you for being with us.